when you go on the road and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish hands. In the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Higgins. Takes the easy one to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. A run for the quarterback. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play.
A lot of room to the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Minnesota's offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Duarte. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Going to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Back to pass, it's Higgins. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Duarte. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. There he goes to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence.
Breaks free in the middle. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And what's away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Working that wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
And the Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Running back searching for a hole. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Dropping back, it's Higgins. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Making side adjustments here. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Penn State! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Down grab the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Finds his man in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looking to throw, it's Duarte. That's caught, it's flat. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Gophers with 8 seconds and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wide open downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to throw, it's Duarte. Pressure coming. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Pass interference. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
DB's right up on the receivers. They'll give it to the back. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Higgins. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Wants to throw on third. Floats it out in space. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Wants to go up top. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They want to run this quarterback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll get rid of it. Line out trying to get it in. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a
touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started.
Well, I think the staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That is how you finish a play with some serious physicality. Nice job by the defense. He gets 1 yard, and you do the rest. You hit him, and you make him feel it. Next time he catches the football, he's going to be like, hey, where's that dude at?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple. Ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it for a big play. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Minnesota. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Hands it off. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback. One. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Higgins. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Finding open areas. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quickly complete. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Illegal blocking back.
So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Here comes the offense on first down. To the air, it's Higgins. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Duarte. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Smashes through the tackle. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Golden Gophers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
Spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Duarte. And they can't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes the ball and the clock is stopped.
And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Second down coming up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.